And Susanna teaches me profanity in Norwegian, so it's lovely.
Lära sig lite norska alltså.
I don't know. She taught me. She taught me drit, and
I don't know
that means eat shit.
that.
Yeah. But I picked up some at eat. Was it shoot? What was it? Egg. Sai Meg. It's me. I'm picking up a couple of things. I'll learn Norwegian in no time.
Mark has been asking me about some Russian. Taking a class.
I might as well try to learn another language since I talk so much. I also wonder how instinctual variants play a role, because it's like...
what are you referring to?
So like the thing me and Jesse have where it says like SP/something, hers is SX, mine is SO.
Yeah, I haven't learned that. I'm not sure what that is.
It's interesting. Actually, I would say that the instinctual types are something that you could add Enneagram onto rather than being like a subset of Enneagram. It's more like self-preservation, social, and sexual are like more instinctual, and then Enneagram is like you could label it more as like our approach to those instincts or how those instincts manifest. It's like I'm a self-preservation 9, and I have issue with oftentimes liking to, gather a lot of tasty food and, get a warm blanket and, just sit in my room and watch TV or play a video game. Why? Because that's comfortable. There's like a comfort issue with self-preservation 9s. They like to disengage in that way. Self-preservation 8s, on the other hand, they might try to, step things up and like conquer their environment. And, the self-preservation 8s like to gather material wealth and stuff like that. What was that?
I'm saying, would they just attack, just trying to keep safe?
Self-preservation 8s, yeah, in like a situation where they were like physically threatened. I think self-preservation 8s are probably the ideal type that would push aggressively in that sort of way. Self-preservation 6s that aren't counterphobic, if they're just like phobic, I think they have a tendency to try to make friends with people, or sort of check with people, like, are we okay? You're not a threat, you're not a danger. Okay, are we friends? Okay, you're smiling. Okay, yeah, it's like that sort of thing. But yeah, there's plenty of information regarding that sort of stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna look into it. Although
However, I would say this with self-preservation, it's not just issues of like physical survival. It's like self-preservation, like that's more tied into finding things that make you feel alive. It's like self-preservation, like what you are attached to as part of your identity is more like self-preservation, because it's concerned with the self more. Like things as they relate to you, I would say, is self-preservation. And you'll read a lot of stuff online where people are talking about, oh, you can be a sexual type, but not really, not really be into sex or whatever. You can be a sexual type and it's just, primarily energy. From what I've seen, people who are sexual types, there very much is a legitimate sexual component to it. I do know that people who are like sexual dominant, sexual factors are probably very heavy on their mind, but they might avoid a lot of sexual situations because, for the very reason that sexual components to things are highly important to them, so they're like, being more picky in that way. However, like, I think I'm probably sexual last, because like you see the stacking thing I got, which says SPSO. That's self-preservation, and then social. I think I'm probably the least inclined towards sexual, and I say that just because, I'm 22 years old, and I haven't engaged in sexual activity with anyone primarily because I don't leave the house and try. Like, if it was an instinctual imperative on me, like an instinctual, like animal imperative, I feel like I would have endeavored in that more.
I see. Okay.
So that's kind of how I see it. And you'll see a lot of things online of people stating their opinions on things, but I would kind of urge you to continue trying to find information on it, just because it gets convoluted very easily.
Yeah.
But then again, you got that 5 in there. I probably don't need to tell you to look into stuff. I got to tell myself to look into stuff, because I'll like read 3 sentences and be like, all right, yeah, and then run with it and start talking to people, and they're like, yeah, no, that's not right. I was like, okay, cool, I'll go back and read more. So
I'm trying to take a pause a little bit, because, for instance, for me, it's already confusing in terms of how MBTI combines with Enneagram. And for instance, like lately, I'm just trying to explore this duality, and I wonder how that plays out based on if, seriously, it could be different types of Enneagram and motivations. How's that going to impact the duality?
Right.
Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think I'm getting a better idea of like what sort of types I'm attracted to as far as Enneagram goes. Because you're speaking to it as far as it concerns duality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also in combination of, like, let's say INFJ, but ESTP is the dual, right?
Right.
So how would Enneagram play out?
Well, if they're ESTP, they're probably not gonna be like a 269, because like 269 is like a very passive tri-type. So if they're an ESTP, they're probably not going to be that. They're probably going to be more inclined towards certain numbers, I would guess. I wouldn't be too surprised if a lot of ESTPs have a 3 or an 8 in their Enneagram, or a 7 probably. I mean, you see that with ENTPs. We have a few ENTPs that are in the 3-7-8 tri-type, which is like the mover shaker type.
So who do you feel yourself attracted to?
Well, honestly, I would need more experience with people, but sort of pulling different little bits of information I've gotten from interacting with different people. I definitely like the 3 aspect. That's like a sort of energy I'm trying to tap into more of, pursuing more in terms of like action and notoriety and whatnot. That's sort of a direction I'm trying to head in. So I find myself thinking some 3s are pretty cool. Some 3s I'm like, Yeah. Not necessarily into that, but 3s, 8s, I like people coming from a position of strength. And as far as the head types go, 5, 6, or 7, I'd say I'd probably be a bit more. Well, I can't even say that I'd be a bit more attracted to 5 or 6 compared to 7, because I think it would probably depend more on the individual. So as far as the head types go, I think I'd allow that to be more the wild card for that. But as far as like heart and body types, from those centers, I think probably a 3-8 and then whatever is what it seems to be for me.
Okay. Do you see a lot of people with that, like girls?
I need to see. I've seen some dudes who are that. I need to see more girls who are that. I've seen one girl, Audra. She's an ENTP. She's a core 8. She's pretty cool. I think I might be more attracted to somebody who's a core 3, though. 3s are a bit more charismatic, it seems like, and 8s are a bit more. They seem a bit more stoic. But
And who's Eric?
oh, Eric.
Yeah.
Eric is a 7.
I see.
Isn't Nick free?
Nick is a 3.
Yeah.
I actually told Nick that it's sort of it's not really confusing, but it's sort of strange for me to interact with him because it seems backwards. Because I told him, I was like, as far as like some of the energy that you put out, I found myself more attracted to that in girls. So when he shows up, but then he's a dude, it's like confusing for me because it's like, it's not confusing in like, oh, I'm super attracted to Nick. It's like confusing in that like we're both kind of filling the same space and that we're both guys, but yet it's like, it almost seems like things are backwards, is what I'm saying.
Interesting. What about, I think there was a visitor, I watched a video with an ESTP girl from somewhere from Europe.
Was it like some duality video or something?
Yeah, I think so. I think you were in it too.
Yeah, it was probably Layla. She's an ESTP. I think she's a 7 or an 8. I talk to her on Facebook sometimes. She doesn't come around anymore because she's an ESTP and she rather than sit on camera and listen to people talk about metaphysical shit, she prefers to rather than come here and try to talk to people, she prefers to just go out and find all the intuitives out in the bar and then drink with them.
I know just some ESTPs around at Harvard. I don't know. Sometimes they are annoying to me. Actually, that's the most what I'm feeling most of the case. So I'm not sure. Like, I definitely appreciate the energy, but if it's something stupid, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I really, doubt accents and their motives.
Well, one thing I noticed with like what I was saying with the Enneagram and attraction and whatnot is that there's certain factors that I'm attracted to because it's similar to me, and then others that I'm attracted to because they're different. And I think I don't know about you per se, but I imagine that if like they were super different in their temperament, then you'd be less attracted to that because you were talking about them just doing something that's like stupid or whatever, and you're not really into that. Do you think you'd be more interested in an ESTP that was more reserved or perhaps more intellectual?
I think so. I don't have a lot of experience with that, but what I dislike is just when there is how I understand their ESTP is just because they do some kind of weird stuff before thinking. So that's how I know. Maybe I'm not noticing anybody else.
Chloe, we're hiding.
Y'all are wonderful. Like, I mean, it's kind of cool.
We find ourselves 3 INFJs hiding down by the pond away from the other animals.
All the other extroverts.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an ENFP. Kind of get you guys.
Yeah.
Are there any
We
ENFPs on the channel?
need like C to come in. I'm gonna get her.
She don't got that. She don't got that 4 in her tri-type. She got that 2. We people with the 4 fixes, we gotta be a bit more mopey when we're talking about stuff. We're just like, I think what the type 4 fixed people, as far as the INFJs go in this room, I think what we're missing is just sitting in an abandoned house somewhere, like drinking a bottle of absinthe.
That would be so epic.
Just like passing the absinthe around and just being like, life is pain and darkness.
And then 5 minutes later, oh, I'm tired of this information.
We need like all the INFJs to just come in here and see what happens. I can just quietly observe.
I think if we had all of the INFJs, it'd probably be some are quiet, some say things occasionally, and like a couple of us would be pretty much trying to entertain everyone else.
Man. Oh god, I need to brush my teeth. Shit.
It's cool. I need to brush my life.
I'm gonna put a blanket over my mouth as I talk.
What a wonderful disguise. Who is that there in the chat? I've never seen them before. Clearly that's blanket person. Ah, okay.
New definition for blankie.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna be quiet and then silently observe you.
Uh-huh.
Observe you all.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Pretend you're an INFJ too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do.
You gotta let the depression just cripple you. Is what you need to.
Wait, are you trying to say you're blank?
Was
Or
that?
not blanky?
Yeah, she said it's a whole new take on being blanky.
Okay, so what were you talking about?
Oh, I don't know. Let's
Something.
find something new to talk about. I think we were talking about attraction as it pertains to ESTPs. Jessie's in a bit of a different boat because she found an ENTP and she's like, yeah, this works. This is cool.
Yeah, it works. Someone who can play with my NI, so.
Yep.
How did that work out?
What did you say?
How is that working out? Any with an eye?
It works out fine. Very good, I'd say.
I feel like Jacob has the moisture for the job.
Maybe so.
It just seems like like me compared to you, I feel like I'm a bit more how do I put it? Blah! In comparison. So like it's like you being a bit more, at least seemingly from what I can tell. I'm not saying you're like this all the time, but being a bit more introverted. It seems like Jacob, compared to some other ENTPs I've met, has like a capacity to like understand that.
Yeah.
But most are judging. Like, do you, like in the real world, do you often face when somebody just doesn't get your eye and just, I don't know, just get very worrisome around you?
Yeah.
Yeah? But yes?
Yeah. Something like that. I'm not a person who talks a lot. I'm just sitting there and observe what other do and so on. I'm really introvert. I'm so antisocial.
Do you feel like there are also cycles when sometimes you're more talkative and more social, and other times not? Where it's mostly stable?
Can you repeat that again?
Sure. Do you not hear me well?
No, I don't.
I guess I'm
You're-
gonna get a different headphone.
Yeah, you're just slightly muffled.
Wait a sec, I'm gonna get a different set of headphones.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Oh my god, I love INFXs. So INFPs and INFJs, y'all are wonderful. And INTJs and INTPs.
Well, sometimes I'm in the INTJ mode, so.
I like all of them.
Yeah, let me ask this. Out of the INFJs here, what other type would you choose as your spirit animal?
Spirit animal?
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't qualify for this question. Sad violin. I wish I was an INFJ just so that I could qualify so I could comment. But then an INFJ would not comment because it would all be internally thought out.
I really do feel like I'm either an ESTP or an ENTP trapped in an INFJ's brain.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm an INTJ or INTP trapped in an ENFP's brain. Sometimes I get INTJ. Now, if Janelle came in here, that would be so epic. Because then we'd have like, and then if we had Kestrel in here, it would be like a lot of INFJs all at once.
NFT too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and Lightbulb.
Mm-hmm. And Margie.
We need all of them in here. We just need to create like an INFJ forum so that the INFJs have like a safe space. Wait, who is this?
The INFJ squad.
No, who is this other blankie? Blankie!
Who the fuck are you?
Okay, this blankie's gotta be an ENTP.
Not necessarily. But what were we conversing before? You exchanged your headset. I think you were asking Jesse a question.
No.
We've
Yeah.
got all the INFJs. Okay, now all we need is like Lightbulb.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
Oh, Janelle?
Huh?
Oh, I said that like we have like a lot of INFJs in here, but it would be cool if we had like Kestrel and Lightbulb and INFK all in here.
I could do without light bulb, so I'm okay.
This is exactly the extroversion apocalypse that I feared.
Ugh. It's been such a bomb.
Oh, hey, Janelle. So the link that I sent you about I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna butcher her name. Sarah Bareilles.
Sarah Bareilles?
Yeah. Do you think she's INFJ?
I don't know.
I get a strong INFJ vibe from her.
What's the INFJ vibe like?
It's like they're very internal, but they care about others. But they're very nice, but they have sort of internal things.
I knew the second you came in, I was like, in any dumb, observing in silence. No.
Okay. I will observe in
That's not
silence.
a thing.
No, I will do it. I will do it just for the sake of proving that I can.
Uh-huh. She's gonna burst at the seams. Just wait.
Oh, Chloe?
I think you're
Are
being
we-
asked a question.
Is she gonna watch us all telepathically have a conversation?
I unfortunately do not possess the telepathic INFJ ability, so I have to communicate things most explicitly verbally. Yeah.
Sending you a message.
No, I'm not sending you more pictures, Janelle. Jesus.
Why couldn't you respond telepathically? I would have gotten that.
Ah. Elena, do you remember what you were asking Jesse?
She's not back yet.
She left to find those headphones and probably fell into a puddle of water and is in danger.
Oh my god.
Jesse and Alina sound really similar.
I mean, yeah, unless you listen to them.
Huh?
Maybe so.
I said, yeah, they sound similar unless you listen to them. In which case,
No,
they
like
don't.
they both have this like soft, like
I mean, they're in the same tri-type, and they're the same
soothing
type.
voice. Fighting nigga.
Might be Abe. Might be Abe being salty because I kicked him just for being an extrovert.
Steve.
You kicked Abe?
Well, yeah, but that's only because we were in the room with him, and I was like, "Hey, let's go to room 2 so that we can be introverts there." And then he followed us, and I was like, "Not in my country."
Fuck you.
Oh. I see what you're trying to do.
It's so mature, Cam.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Steve.
it's
I knew
Estavo.
it.
Steffo.
Estavo.
Estavo.
I-
Is that how you say it?
I'm none of them, so.
What are you playing?
But thank you for
Minecraft?
saying all the names that are not mine.
What are you playing?
What? I feel like every time I say what on this chat room, I sound like an idiot. What?
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 Chloe's struggling to keep the introversion going. She's like, "Gotta have an aneurysm." She's like, "I can't do it." So
Being an introvert, being quiet in a chat room, you probably come here to talk or have a conversation. If you're quiet, I don't know why you come here. You just come to hear other people's conversation.
well, I was conversing with the other INFJs
This-
here, but you gotta set the mood. You gotta create a safe, comfortable space, and then you can invite in the introverts, and then you ask them questions about themselves. But sort of
Last
like,
time I checked, this wasn't the silence radio. People didn't come here to to hear the silence.
Alina, do you remember what you were asking Jesse before you left for the headphones? She's
She's
gone
not
again.
back yet.
She might. No, she was back. She unmuted.
Really?
Yeah. So I think she left again. Unless, of course, I'm imagining things.
Who left?
Alina.
He's here, right?
But not talking.
But she's not here. She's here, but she's not here. Oh. So you take the two females and you take them to room 2 and then you kick the other guy.
Well,
Kick him?
yeah. We were discussing things pertaining to Enneagram and type, and Abe wanted to talk about his extended family, who he doesn't know until they knock on his door. And then he learns of his cousin's existence when they knock on his door. And then like, oh yeah, this is your cousin. He's like, oh, all right.
Okay.
I like how right off the bat you tried to give me some sort of nefarious purpose or something.
Sorry.
What's going on in room 1? People talking about stuff?
I don't know how I ended up here. I did not mean to do that. I don't know how that happened. How did that happen? Nothing's going on in room 1. What were you guys discussing?
Things
I don't remember.
As I said, some things pertaining to type, whatnot. I was asking some questions, and we were discussing Enneagram differences.
Because yours is... Oh, that's cute. You guys are all only one number off. I'm surprised none of you are ones.
Yep, all 9s. Kestrel's probably a 1.
I'm gonna be a 1 for fun.
Yeah, you're a 9.
Am I a 9?
Good game, bro.
Am I a 9?
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm a 9.
you're literally a 9.
Well, I have a really loud inner critic, so maybe I'm a 1.
Yeah, you're probably a 9-wing 1.
No, because I think if I was a 9-wing 1, I'd be able to hand my inner critic a beer and tell him to go sit down and shut the fuck up.
Well, I haven't been able to, so
So you're a 1 too.
9-wing 1.
1-wing 9.
That's different. And when 1 applies the 1 more to its energy, and its actions and whatnot. One wing 9 seems to apply 9 more to sort of idyllic coherence, it seems like. My name's Janelle. I start shit and then leave. Let's see how it is. Jesse,
Yes,
rap for me.
I can't rap.
Sing me poetry, Jesse.
Why? Why?
It's because I know you're introverted, and I know I would get a response like that.
I don't sing.
I'm just like, Jesse, do this, and you're just like, just sort of an existential moan of just,
Hell no.
Chloe's like, can I come out of the introversion shell, please, for the love of God? I mean, if you can find Kestrel, he's probably out protesting Freemasons. Kestrel probably would come
Use
in
a bird
here.
call.
Birdman in here.
Let's talk about the Illuminati. Because
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you.
Chloe.
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 She's not here.
That was a great Susanna impersonation.
Thank you.
Chloe, answer me. Let's have an introverted discussion. Discussion, no, conversation.
Never.
Jesse.
Hi.
Jesse.
What?
When was the last time you cried?
A few days ago, I think.
Why did you cry, Jesse?
I don't really remember
He's going
why.
to get Subway. He's not going to work out for shit. He's just he's gonna go partying with no friends that he has.
Go away!
He's gonna fuck everything else for us.
All the extrovert is taking over here.
Extrovertory!
Yeah.
I tried saying earlier that I think I was an ENFP, and they laughed at me.
Well, that's what they do.
And then you cried?
I didn't cry.
You tell that
funny,
ENFP to go fuck themselves. You send them the song "Fuck You," and you say this song means something, especially for you.
Okay.
I think calling someone an ENFP is the worst insult ever.
You're
That
just
your
saying that.
existence is the worst insult ever, but thanks.
Get behind me, Satan.
I feel like we just walked into a room with like this young couple who just started dating, and like we caught them making out, but we're too selfish to like give them their time back, so we're just like hanging out with them while they're like patiently just waiting for us to leave, but without actually saying it, you know, so they can get back to what they were doing. Not saying that's never mind.
Gee,
Huh.
when was the last time you cried?
What counts as crying? Does tearing not count as crying?
Yo, Steve, when was the last time you cried?
Yesterday, my brother graduated, and I was like sitting there. I was like, my baby brother's graduating. This is like the last one to go through high school. This is just so cool. Like,
Happy tears.
Hmm?
Happy tears.
Yeah, I was happy. I don't think there were even tears. Thought I was gonna cry, but then I didn't cry. So
It's all good.
when was the last time I cried because I was sad? It's probably last week. I usually cry when
Not
I'm.
necessarily because you
I
were
usually-
sad.
I usually cry when I'm standing at the sink cleaning dishes.
I would not recommend this. There's a
By that
thing
time,
where,
it's like 7 or 8 in the evening, and I'm fucking tired, and I'm thinking about all the things that are stressing me out. Like, oh my god.
I cry myself to sleep once every night.
Oh, that's good.
Cry yourself to
Okay,
sleep at
so-
night. It's the best way to fall asleep because then you wake up refreshed.
Oh,
I think he should work for my master plan with that laugh. Oh my god.
Yo, stop making fun of Steve. Steve is a person too.
I came here for
Yeah.
IMG combo, and I feel like we totally just stole the conversation
I have
away.
problems, you know.
Yeah, I
have a hard
know.
life.
I know those feels, Steve. I know how them feels feel.
What?
Steve, I
I
feel them
promise.
feels.
What?
Hey,
Oh
Anthony.
my.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. I was kind of being a D. Yeah, what's good, my niggas?
No, no, don't say that. Jeez.
That was fun.
Not even 2 seconds into the chat.
I can see that my introversion party has been dismantled.
I feel bad now.
Fuck
This
you,
isn't fun.
Cat.
I came here to listen to it, but
I can't
Yeah,
even
but-
listen to it. What the fuck?
Well,
He's
yeah,
like-
because maybe introverts just want to listen to things. Maybe.
Oh no, they
That
don't
is
want to listen.
bullshit. I am an introvert and I love talking.
We don't want to listen. We're waiting.
if anything, they're probably frustrated if they felt like they were having a good conversation, and now that
We're anticipating that.
I'm an introvert and I love to talk about myself.
Yes, I love it. I love to talk about the things that interest me only, and I always steer the conversation in the way of where I want to go. And that's the physics of that. Huh.
We're anticipating the arrival of host Eric. With let me give him a text.
are we? Is that
Yes,
what's
we are.
happening?
Apparently, we are.
She,
What's
the type that mimics other people's behaviors to a point that they adopt those behaviors for themselves?
I think that's like. That could be FI, isn't it? I've heard that FI kind of like tries on like other people. Like,
You know, when you hang out with people, with some people a lot, and you adopt their behaviors like strongly, like
okay, that would be FE more so because they're trying to. Wait, is that is because they're trying to harmonize with other people.
no,
So-
but imagine someone hang out with 2 different groups of people, and that person adopts the behaviors of, imagine, one person of one group and mimics that behavior when acting with the other group.
Stop imagining.
What type is more?
Hey, is this? What's
Do
your
you have the
name?
answer to
Is this
this
the guy that
already?
has that big neural map?
That's Escrow, fucking the Portuguese guy.
Oh, the Portuguese guy. Oh, okay, I thought it was the crazy guy.
It is.
Yeah, that guy.
It is. It's the guy that
The
goes
voice-
like this.
Their voices sound similar. The one I went to room 1 and T.I. comforted him.
No. The dude that you're talking about, his name is it starts with an M.
Michael.
Michael. Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yeah, I follow his
what are
channel.
you
It's a
getting
Sound Vector.
I
This
just thought
dude is
your voices sounded similar. I thought that's who I was. Who I was communicating with. So I was just making sure so I knew who exactly I was dealing with.
I still think
That's
it's
because
Portuguese
we're-
guy.
Michael.
That's because
Michael.
I
We
was
are-
asking
To catch up.
what he was getting at with that question.
He's actually not that bad of a guy once you get.
Can you let him talk?
Was that passive aggressiveness?
He
Well,
he likes to talk about himself a lot. So I kind of just like he'll be like, "Hey, you like this video? I really like this video because it reminds me of my childhood and how ENFJ types do this. Does this resonate with you as an ENFJ?" And then like I don't know, I just kind of give him vague responses like, "Oh yeah, this is very nice," and he'll send me like 10 other messages. I kind of just let him vent because I don't know.
Were you saying that I talk too much?
No, dude, not you, fucking Michael.
Just that you were interrupting a lot.
Michael took
I interrupted her too many times, and I apologize for that. I am a serial interrupter, and
Stop apologizing.
very, very sorry for the bottom of my
Stop apologizing.
dead electronic heart.
Okay.
You have nice hair. You should stop wearing hats. Josh.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Fuck.
Here come the metaphysics.
Abe the Babe, how you doing?
Yo, what's up? My name's Abe the Babe, and I'm doing it for the fame. But you can't change me, because I'm a fucking G. And I like all the bitches when they fucking come to me. Hey, I'm chilling. It's the fucking morning, and I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. But I'm sitting here in this fucking TWP room fucking rapping.
Rapping and zapping, and pip-happing, and we're hip and happening.
Smoking and sniffing and snorting and chopping and fucking spreading.
Who wants to jump in there? You're on the mic. Want to rap with us?
Nah, she's too cool.
Yeah, she is.
I just spilled an entire glass of water on my desk, all over my cable box, all over my fucking
Stoner moment.
all over my
You guys-
Apple box 2 box movie
Stoner.
Apple TV thingy.
You guys know how to get rid of a nickname like quickly?
Like that somebody gave you?
Yeah, like 3 years ago, and then it spreads around to a chick that you went on a date with, and then she won't stop calling you it.
I think you just don't respond to it, like
That's-
in social. What?
I was about to say, stop it. Because I had this happen to me once. I used to be called the wanker because I like British music a lot. Really bugged me. And so I started embracing it, and when I embraced it, they quit calling me that.
Yeah, it depends how they're using it too. Like if they're using it to tease you,
She
then
keeps
yeah.
calling. She calls me little puppy.
Are they trying to? Are the people that assign this to you? Were they trying to be rude, or were they just joking around? Honestly,
Kind of. Well, it was stupid, but they know it's a little bit of both because they know it's like
they knew it bothered you, yet they continued.
yeah. So like let me tell you the story. So I have a friend that was on my wrestling team, and he was really really bad. He was like one of my best friends, and he went out before a match, and I was like, "What? So you actually going to get a kid on his back this time, or what?" And then he goes, "Shut up, little puppy!" Like trying to offend me. I don't know because I'm like, I don't know where you got that from. Maybe it's because I'm like short or something. But from then on, all I get called is little puppy, and then it spreads.
So, and the problem, it sounds to me like the people who are using it are trying to use it in some way or form to tease you about it. And so if that's the case, then just be like, okay, I'm little puppy.
Yeah,
and then just kind of go with it.
I'm little puppy. And just don't say anything at all. Just pretend like just respond to it like it's your name.
Like
That's
I
like
used to be.
It's
They
not
used to-
even a clever nickname.
Actually, but when you respond, you need to wait 2.5 seconds before you respond. Don't respond immediately because that means it's natural.
They used to call me. They used to say that I was gay because I used to wear like bracelets and stuff, like Raver Candy Kid like bracelets, and like I don't know if this was something that I was able to adopt, like as a skill or something. But people would kind of like try and tease me about it, and I would just be like, okay, like they'd be like, oh, you're fucking gay, you're wearing all this shit, because like in the Latino community, it's very like it's kind of like it's very prejudiced sometimes, and like at that time, people were like less open about being gay and stuff because it was like way back, and like you would just say like, oh, you're fucking gay, you'd be like, yeah, okay, I'm gay. Like, what's wrong? And they just look at you like, what the fuck? Like, that was supposed to hurt.
I actually say that. I still say that. Because something's gay, man. Something really is gay. It's like, it has to really be gay for me to say it's gay. But if something's gay, I'm like, oh my god, that is so gay. But I say it in literal sense. Like, oh my god, that outfit is so fucking gay. Or you look so fucking gay today. But I mean, like, serious. I'm telling them they look like a homosexual. Like, clearly look like a homosexual. And
Why would you point that out?
why? Because I don't like flamboyant types. And it's not that I don't like them as people. It's just they kind of scare me. And, like, literally, like, especially like drag queens, they fucking frighten the fuck out of me. It's like looking at a fucking clown, and clowns are scary. And
That's strange.
so, yeah. Also, once this guy that was wearing a cowboy hat and chaps in a gay bar, he was like 45. I was like 24. He hit on me. I've never been to a gay bar since. Fucking, oh my god, that was so like. He was wearing a fucking cowboy hat. He had like a handlebar mustache. He was fucking nuts, dude.
Would you say, Josh, that you are very conscious of your own style and how other people, and maybe like, are you conscious of that shit? Like, do you actually try and shit? Does it matter to you a lot?
I wear a uniform in the winter. In the winter, I wear only white t-shirts, only black t-shirts, blue jeans, or dark tan jeans.
But you have to. But you think about it like that.
I only wear New Balance 574 shoes and black low top shorts. Only white socks, even at a formal event.
Can you show us your shoes?
Yep.
Josh has some sick ass shoes. The other day he showed me, and I was like, dude, those are badass shoes.
I got these.
Look at that. Dude, those are. Tell me, please, somebody tell me. Those are some badass shoes.
Another pair of New Balances, silver.
I love those. I like the ones you're wearing though.
Another pair that is navy blue.
That's badass.
And my low top Chuck Taylor.
I could never get into those.
I wasn't bullshitting.
Oh my god, the coffee's kicking in.
And during the winter, also, I always wear a zip-up regular plain hoodie over
I would
my
say-
white and black shirt. And I've got several colors. I've got gray,
Josh,
light gray,
I would say that you are very conscious about what you're wearing.
light blue or dark blue, navy blue. One of my personal favorites, burgundy, and I have two blacks, but I'm just going to show you one. But
That
I've got-
looks like ketchup red.
no, it's not.
Maybe in my
So
screen.
it's really, 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 really cold outside. I put this on.
Is that the grizzly bear one?
I put this on when it's really cold outside. But during the summer, I wear almost exclusively graphic tees and blue jeans, gray jeans, or brown jeans. And but this year, I've said I'm going to try shorts. So I've been wearing shorts once in a while this summer. It's a crazy experience actually. But basically, I've worn like a uniform for like the last 15 years or so. Yeah, 15 years or so. I have a lot to do.
I'm gonna go on a book reading spree. I want to see if maybe there are some people on here that would be interested in joining me in kind of reading an array of books, like back to back, like one each day type thing, and kind of like a prearranged, pre-decided but like a book list, and then divide up the work, and then consume all of those books, and then kind of talk about them afterwards. I don't know if people would be down to do that though.
Oh no, I can't keep my attention on this for too long.
The reason why I'm saying is because I got a little math coming in, so I'm kidding. But
You could read a book though and do a report for us each time. Read it.
yeah, sure, that would be awesome.
I think that's the idea. If no one else to do it with you, then you can write book reports for us. And depending on which book, are you talking about like literature? Or are you talking about like nonfiction books?
Well, I like reading fucking marketing books and novels and maybe even like self-help stuff, but not like too self-helpy, more like psychology type stuff.
Yeah, reading psychology textbooks is one of my favorite things. I like textbooks because you don't have to read. You don't necessarily have to read linearly. You can jump around when your mind wants to learn about something else really quickly once you've gotten something. And you get to a chapter that you're not really interested in, or you want to get to later.
You missed out yesterday. I was talking about this speech I'm writing for this this coming year. It's about. I'm just gonna read to you the description. It's like 2 sentences. Low-income families cannot afford not to leave their children at home while they are working to put food on the table. They also cannot afford to stay at home to care for their children. In some states, the problem of leaving a child at home while at work is criminalized by current laws in place related with child negligence. Some experts even argue that these laws criminalize poverty. That's basically like the topic.
You're saying that there aren't enough services for women who are forced to work in order to get the welfare that they get.
Well, it goes far.
Not bringing welfare.
Because remember, when raising a child, it's not just the women. It's both men and the women.
Yeah, it really high-end companies. Some of them allow for men to take time off too.
Some of them allow what?
Some like high-end companies will allow men to take maternity leave too, like to spend time with their child in its early like days of development.
That's the problem too, because now
I think men should be able to stay home and bond with their child just like their mothers.
Only 14% of civilian workers and only 13% of private industry workers have paid leave.
What is your hypothesis? What is your thesis statement, and what are your corollaries?
Well, the structure of the speech is to talk about introduce the problem, talk about the causes, the effects, and then talk about the solutions.
Do you give both sides of the solution
Do I get both sides? I feel like the causes and effects is a section in which I can kind of indirectly rebuttal some of the main arguments that the opposite side can bring in, you know?